That was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You brought up a portal earlier to Nancy.
I'll be quiet. These children were murdered? Threw them in the water? That's right, sir. A few months ago, we were invited out to the small town of Denton, Maryland, to investigate a restaurant on Market Street known as Caroline's. This beautiful three-story Victorian manor used to belong to Dr. Knotts before Nancy took over and turned it into a restaurant and a bar. We went into that location with almost zero information to work with. We had no first-hand accounts, the owners had never personally experienced anything while working there, and we really couldn't find any history on the building, other than the fact that it was owned by Dr. Paul Knotts. Despite the lack of first-hand accounts and information to work with, we found a ton of evidence there. We even got interactions on devices that we have never seen before, and haven't seen since.
Whoa, what the? Whoa.
In the process of that investigation, we contacted somebody who was looking for help. They needed a way out of whatever situation they were in, and I believe that David and I were actually able to successfully help them.
Something holding you
Yes.
here? What? What's holding you here? Is it a person?
Let us out
You're
of
free.
this room.
You're free to go and do whatever you want. And if anybody has told you differently, they're lying to you.
Great.
Said yes.
I'll move then.
You brought up the judge again. Do you want to talk about that a little bit more?
To happen.
It might help you move on. You might find some peace. You can talk to me about it. I'm not going to judge you.
Okay. We'll move on.
I hope that tonight's interaction allows you a chance to move on into the light, into the next step. You don't have to be afraid.
Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome.
Nancy really liked the way that we conducted our investigation at her business, so she invited us back to Denton to investigate one of the properties that she owns. The investigation that we conducted at this little cottage close to Denton is very similar to Caroline's. We didn't have any first-hand accounts to work with. We had very little information to go off of, and this was our first time here. The only information that Nancy shared with us was that she had a tenant live here previously that had an encounter with her mother, Eloise. The tenant told her that Eloise was unhappy with the way that her paintings were rearranged on the walls and asked the tenant to rearrange them for her. Once the tenant was able to figure out where Eloise wanted these paintings, activity in the house slowed down. Much like Caroline's, Nancy hasn't experienced anything while being on this property. I believe this is a short-term rental, so she's in and out fairly often, and she told us that she's never experienced anything out of the ordinary here. Despite this lack of information, I was still really excited to get to investigate this place. Who knows what's going to happen? Is this going to be like another Caroline's, or are we not going to get anything at all? The atmosphere for this investigation was absolutely perfect. There was no outside noise to interfere with our audio. It's tucked away, kind of back in the woods near the Choptank River. Very quiet, very secluded, perfect for being able to capture any audio anomalies or evidence. Not only did we capture a bunch of different device responses and EVPs, but I believe we were also able to once again help somebody move on into the next phase of their journey. And the information that we gathered in this investigation was very surprising. Well, good evening, everyone. It's so nice of you to invite us into your home so quickly. We just got here. You're already touching all the devices and making yourself very known. So thank you for that. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Mike.
I'm David. So nice meeting you.
hear a high-pitched sound, or was that in my ear?
No, I heard a high pitched sound.
Okay, that was like right there.
Yeah, I can tell. I was like, I knew it was like in this area.
Yeah. Well, you've already figured out how to use these lights. Would you be okay with us asking you some questions tonight, spending some time with you? If so, could you please touch one of these and let us know that it is okay?
We also have a few devices in the kitchen over there. We thought we saw you a lot in there earlier. You know, one of them's a little music box that you just have to walk by, and it'll play a song for you. And then there's another one of these where you just gotta get a little close to it and it'll light up different colors. There's one in there and in here on the table. None of them are intended to harm you in any way. Just helps us talk to you a little bit better.
Yeah, you were playing with these a lot. You don't have to be camera shy. We're just documenting this stuff so we can review it later and figure out what you're saying. Try to make sense of your story and share it if we can, if that's okay with you. Anyone wants to come forward and talk with us tonight, please feel free to do so. You can light up any one of these devices, just like that cat toy, and let us know that you're here. And let us know that you're here. And let us know that you're here. We're just here to learn. Oh, nice. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're just here to learn about you, hear your story. If you have anything that you would like to share with us that maybe you didn't get to tell, we'd love to hear it. We're going to be here all night, hopefully getting to know you better. That was in the kitchen.
Yeah, it was.
That was in the kitchen.
Yeah, it was.
That was in the kitchen.
Yeah, it was. Do you know Nancy? Did you just feel vibration on the floor at all?
Mm-mm.
Just felt like
That's kind of what I felt earlier when I was standing there.
good.
That knock.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like reverberated through the floor a little bit.
Yeah. Are you a friend of Nancy's? I'm gonna say Eloise's.
I don't know if they're answering your last question
Yes.
or if it was just impeccable timing.
Right. Eloise, are you here with us? That's
I think. There you
yeah,
go.
it is.
Nice. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, really nice.
These paintings are beautiful. I'm sure you worked on them for quite a while. I'm sure you put a lot of love into them. Do you like where they're hanging now?
Is it okay that we're here? We come with the best intention.
I don't want you to feel like we're intruding or anything. That's not our intention at all. Just came here to spend the night and talk to you, that's all. Do you want to talk to us? Can you make one of those light up if you do? Is there anyone here that does want to talk to us? I saw it that time, yeah. Do you want to talk and just share your story, or are you looking for help? If you want to talk and share your story,
I saw that.
make that light up. And if you want help, make the cat toy light up. I want to talk. Cool. Well, we have some other devices we'd like to use to communicate with you. If you don't mind following us upstairs, we're going to head up there and try to communicate up there, okay?
Seems to be a pretty common theme on the last few investigations where we're in the middle of setting up our equipment, we don't even have the cameras rolling, and devices start going off as soon as we turn them on. I don't know if it's the energy that we're bringing into the space, if it's us, if they're just really eager to talk to us, but as soon as we set up, the minute that we put one device down and turn it on, within 30 seconds it starts going off. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capture a lot of the devices going off in the middle of setting up because we were setting up. But as you can see, within minutes of sitting down and starting the actual investigation, cat ball starts going off, the EDI on the shelf behind me starts going off, and it was like that for almost the entire investigation. We're trying to get a feel for who's there. We're not really getting any names. And the moment that David brought up Eloise, the device goes off. So it was nice to see that Eloise was willing to come through for us when her name was brought up, but I still wanted to dig further and just try to confirm if it was actually her.
Nice. Whoa. Nice. So you do want us to come in there?
As we're packing up to take everything upstairs, the REM pod in the kitchen starts going off. It had sat there for over an hour and hadn't made a single noise. The moment that we mentioned that we're going upstairs, the REM pod starts going nuts. We always put fresh batteries in all of our equipment, so I know that it wasn't anything to do with low power. And David reset it, and it still continued to go off.
So cool on the ceiling too.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna come in here and talk to you. Just need a minute to set up, okay?
Brand new battery in the...
Yeah, because you have the rechargeable ones, right?
Yeah.
So you charge them every time you come out.
Yep.
Do you want to try resetting it and see if it does it again? Yeah, no question about that. It didn't go off the whole time that we filmed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Originally, we were packing up to go upstairs, but somebody drew our attention to the kitchen, and we were hoping that we could have a chat with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Originally when we came in in here, you were playing with this red light in the center. You were making all the colors go off. Seems like you like the green lights now.
And the rook.
And the rook.
Is there something specific that you want to tell us? Is that why you brought us in here?
At any time, if there's anything that you want to tell us that maybe you can't exert enough energy to tell us out loud, you can always go near one of the mics and, just speak closely to it and clearly, and we'll be able to hear you later. Did you see something?
Oh, I heard something in there.
Oh, I saw something out there.
We have another device over here that we're going to turn on that'll give you a voice. But before we do that, there's a light back here on this window. The last investigation that we went on, somebody at that location was able to make that light turn on and off. And we've had it set up all night, and we haven't seen it blink once. If you could find the energy to make that light blink, that would be incredible.
Pretty wild. That light. Really that whole other investigation. Going crazy.
I know.
Answering questions.
Nothing, this one.
And it was with both of them last time. We were getting with, because I have two of them.
Yeah.
So.
It's not doing it this time. Would you like us to turn on this device so you can talk to us? Can you make one of these lights go off? All right. You want us to turn the light off? Just in case we don't hear you, if we ask you and try to confirm something, you can pull up the light and then say yes, okay? Start by telling us your name. I don't know why, but I feel like I keep hearing code. Is there a code here? like to get to know them? It's not.
Is that you? Can you just go off? Can you do it again?
How long have you been here?
Did you used to live here?
The moment that we turned the spirit box on, we're instantly getting responses. There was so much coming through in the moment that it was very hard to hear. Initially, it sounds like they're talking amongst themselves. Maybe we're just picking up conversation as sort of spectators or outsiders looking in. And then it starts to get a little bit more direct. When we ask Eloise about all the people that are in the house, she mentions that she doesn't know any of them. That immediately had me thinking, did somebody follow us here? Did multiple people follow us here?
Is someone here with us from Caroline?
If you are from Caroline, if you follow one of us here, can you make one of these lights go off? Holy shit.
Did you follow us here, or did you follow Nancy here? Can you light up the one closer to Mike for Nancy and the one closer to me for us?
Okay. You light the K2 up if you followed us here? Can you light that up if you came over from Caroline's? Did you knew we were here? That's awesome. They came to visit us. Awesome. That's so cool.
I didn't know what to say that.
I know.
Well, thank you so much. That's so kind.
It's nice to hear from you again.
Who are we talking to in Caroline?
Listen, Murphy? Michael, are you here from Caroline's? Did you come and visit us because you knew we were in the area? Is it Marvin? Murphy?
Just Marley.
Is it Marvin? Marvin, are you here? No way. How did you know how to follow us earlier, Marvin? Stopping by to say hello, keep us company. We must have some unfinished business with you. I guess we must miss some details on our last trip. Come by to fill in some gaps. I saw that. Alright, well. Come on upstairs with us. We're gonna go up there and talk to whoever's up there. There seems to be a shift in the atmosphere on the second floor. We're gonna go check that out, okay?
Crazy whip. There we go over there. And you start on the back of
Glad to have you here, Marvin.
Yeah. Hopefully when we go upstairs you can, we'll be able to hear your voice a little bit better. You'll be able to communicate with us a little better.
Is Harold here too? Did Harold come with you?
It did seem like every time we talked to Marvin, we talked to Harold as well.
Or Gerald? Gerald or Harold, I still don't know which one it is. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Harold, are you here too? Can you make this one spike up again? If that was you, Harold? Oh. Nice.
This one had a little too.
Yeah, I saw that. Wow. So Harold and Marvin came through. Knowing that we were just over a mile away from Caroline's, it would make sense for Marvin and Harold to come through. If they're not specifically tied to Caroline's, maybe they found us while we were there, it seems like they're able to just freely come and go as they please. We rarely ever get circumstances where we're able to hear the spirit box clearly 100%. A lot of environmental factors make it harder to decipher things in the moment, which is why we prefer the Estus method over spirit box. I still like to do them either way, because when we go home and review it, we can hear all the things that we missed in person. Obviously, I didn't hear it in the moment. It sounded like we had some unfinished business with Harold and Marvin. I thought it was really interesting to hear them say, in the air, it's not hard to find you, when we asked about how they found us. I don't know if we appear differently to them in the same sense that they appear differently to us. I don't know if there's something about David and I as individuals or grouped together that sort of brings them out, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, I thought that was really cool that they were able to not only find us at Caroline's, but also find us at this rental house a mile away. As we're setting up for the Estus, the equipment around us starts going off. And I had the cameras rolling at the time, so I was able to catch some of it. I don't know if my movements on the end of the bed caused this cat ball to fall off, but I wanted to leave it in there either way because I swear I was trying so hard to be very careful when I sat down as to not knock anything over. All right, headphones are going on. I want to say that my movement just knocked the cat ball off the bed, but the way that it fell didn't look like it.
Hopefully, we'll see later.
I'm gonna put that back. I didn't really move or do anything to knock that over.
It's been up there the whole time. We've sat down how many times?
Like 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
It looked like it got launched off the bed. I'm pretty sure the camera saw that.
Hopefully.
I hope I wasn't blocking it. All right, I'm gonna sit down gently. Okay, it's going off now on the bed.
Nice.
Okay. Plugging in now.
Alright, if there's someone up here, Mike is in the other room, and he's going to act as a vessel to speak with me.
Maybe.
I hope so. I have some things I'd love to ask you.
I'm gonna slow it down a little bit actually. Hold on. Hi.
Hi. Was that you that just knocked the cat ball off the bed?
The last one.
Is that you that just made that music box go off? Do you like the music that it plays?
Who are you?
I'm David. And that's Mike. Can you tell us what your name is?
This is pretty.
Is it the music box that you think is pretty?
Beautiful.
It's really cool, isn't it?
You don't want to stay here.
No,
There's nothing here.
We probably won't stay tonight, but we might come back another time and stay. Would that be okay with you?
Sound like it said something about Caroline.
Do you remember us from Caroline's?
I found you. Mike?
Yeah.
Miss me?
The music box is in the room with Mike.
This is Murphy?
Murphy.
Or Marvin?
It sounded like Murphy, though.
Well, at Caroline's, we were getting Marvin and Murphy. Marvin or Murphy?
He's here.
Can you confirm which name that was yours? Is it Marvin?
I wouldn't look past it.
Awesome. Marvin, you really liked this light last time, the one that I have behind me. I've never had it flash before, but you made it flash. Could you do that again? He really likes the music box. Whoever's up here. Eloise, are you up here with us still?
Will he take us to the Rapture? And then it sounded like it said the Reaper. He's coming.
Who's coming?
Figuring out a way out of here. Ed? I want to stay.
You can stay if you want to stay. This is your home as well. But if you want to leave, we can try to help you with that.
Friend. You took forever.
Are you happy that we're here? Is there some way we can help you? Really love that music box right now.
He's filled with doubt.
Who's filled with doubt?
We are free.
Well, I'm glad you're free and you're not stuck somewhere. Is this Marvin talking? Is that how you were able to come over here from Caroline's?
How could that be?
I don't know. I really don't know. But if you could tell me, that'd be amazing. That's one of the things we're trying to figure out.
It sounded like somebody just groaned.
We did mention this Kate.
Michael, don't tell her.
That K2 might have went off.
It is. You knew that.
We brought up a portal earlier to Nancy.
I'd be quiet. This is our home. Get out. Not welcome here.
We're not going to be here much longer. We're here with the best intentions.
Come with her? Or you brought her?
Who did we bring? We didn't mean to bring anyone here.
Get after it.
We'll be out of here soon. We just have a few more questions for you.
It's like you just said mom twice.
Is someone's mother here?
No. No.
Nancy? Is Nancy your daughter? I know you just said that there isn't a mom.
That was cool.
Yeah. Do you know Nancy?
How do you do this?
We just have some equipment,
We're not exactly sure.
They might be
Go over there.
talking to each other.
You do it. It's a trick.
I think Mike's facilitating the conversation.
I see now. No effort required.
Whoever's having the conversation in there, can you come in here and touch one of these devices near me? Well,
It is.
Right in the doorway.
Interesting little device.
It's pretty cool. It's one of my favorites to see go off.
What does the lever do?
The lever turns it on and off. Could you switch that lever? It's a little...
It controls it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, look at that. How's your friend?
I don't know if you're talking about me or Mike, but I think we're both doing well. We're really happy to be here and talking with you. I'm sure it's gotta be nice for you.
One of their something. He's a good person, bad person.
I don't think there's a bad person here. Doesn't seem like it. I think you might be trying to scare us out, but we're not scared. We're staying right here for right now.
Yes, Ocean City. Something about dead? Yeah. You understand me.
Who is someone from Ocean City? Did you have a friend in Ocean City that died?
I've got another friend.
Are your friends here with you?
Yeah, that's me. I'm a little scared, but
Is that you making that go off?
to talk to God.
That device isn't going to help you talk to God.
If he only knew how he made me feel.
How does he make you feel?
Maybe I wouldn't regret what had occurred right here.
What would you have regret that happened here?
I want to. My children, they were beautiful people.
But what happened to him?
It was dark in the night.
Who are we speaking with right now?
These children were murdered?
Well, that's the first we've heard about anything.
You heard me. And then it just like shouted. It was like, "Wah!" It threw them in the water? That's right, sir. What the
The Choptank is right out back. That's crazy. Like that's the first we've heard of anything like that.
What murder we got?
Yeah, it was so cruel. Or they're so cruel.
So the cruel murder.
It was the worst time. If I could take it back, I would. I'm so sorry.
Who are we talking with? Can you please give me your name? I'm glad you're sorry for what you did. You know, if
Before we continue further, I have to stop and point out this very strange EVP we captured during this Estus. I'm going to play both sequences separately first so you can hear the difference in audio.
I'm glad you're sorry for what you did. You know, if I'm glad you're sorry for what you did. You know, if
Now, each camera has its own separate audio tracks that are blended together so you can clearly hear David and I speaking. At first, I thought this was just spirit box audio bleeding over from the headphones, until I muted both tracks individually and found that this came from David's room, on his microphone, several feet away from where I was sitting.
I'm glad you're sorry for what you did. You know, if I'm glad you're sorry for what you did. You know, if
While you're able to hear it slightly on my microphone's audio, it isn't nearly as loud or clear as it is on David's audio. It was an exciting find that I had to point out, since this is loud enough to push past any filtering effects that I've added to the audio to clean up any static or hissing.
Yes, I'm sorry for the things I did and experienced.
I'm glad you recognize it. That is a really awful thing if that's what happened. Is there anything else you want to tell me about that incident?
The council of people,
What about the council?
they're good people, and then it keeps saying they're bad, they're good. Like it keeps going back and forth.
Pressure change.
You're not a bad person.
We're just trying to talk with you. We're here for the best intentions. We're trying to get your message out, hear your story. If your things you're sorry about, hear that you're actually sorry, it's because you didn't get to tell anyone else.
That's true. It pains my heart.
What were your kids' names?
Secret.
What's your name?
I hurt Mom. Ed. Keep saying Ed. I've heard that name a few times now, but that was the first time it was really clear.
I've heard it a few times downstairs as well. Who's Ed?
Why would you tell these people?
Is Ed the person who we're talking about with the murder?
I wanted to get this out.
Well, I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough to
They're not evil people.
get your message out.
Offered to help, comfortable. I'm done with it. I have to move on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, yeah,
And that I am grateful for.
it's over, and I'm glad you're recognizing that you have to move on. And I'm
Forgive me. You'll understand someday.
I understand now. There's a lot of things that I've done that I'm sorry for.
Ha ha ha.
None as bad as that. None as bad as murder.
Respect. These people.
I respect everyone we're speaking with right now.
We gave you our word.
Is there anyone other than Ed that's here?
And it's respected?
Loving that music box tonight. Just up here though. I knew it was gonna be a little different up here.
Gaining from their perspective. They hear me. Ed.
If there's someone else in the house that wants to come and speak with us, we also have on the stairs some cat balls. Could you maybe knock one of those off or come play with one of these devices here?
Something about a forest?
This house is back in the woods. Did you like living back here? Did you used to live back here?
Yeah. By the forest.
Yeah, it's a nice house.
He wanted our names.
I do want your names. Could you tell me them?
We're all doing all right.
Well, we've got Ed. We've got Marvin. We've got Eloise.
Mother?
Eloise is mother of Nancy. Is that who we're speaking with now? Can you make one of the devices go off?
I don't know.
Seems like you can. Eloise, is there anything that you want to tell Nancy? We can tell her that for you. Anything you want.
I love the way you express things.
Thank you.
Palpable.
I'm glad that you feel comfortable expressing.
Very thoughtful, David. We're sorry for the inconvenience
What inconvenience?
about our friend.
You're not inconvenient.
He's something.
Oh, are you talking about Ed or whoever the murderer was?
These people are not out to harm us.
We're not either.
They're good?
We are good. I think he's talking between two spirits again.
Something about we want to be free or we set them free. Something, I don't know.
We can try in our we can try our best.
Something just jabbed me on my knee. He is here.
Who's here? Is this Ed?
I know you. Yeah.
Attic. They haven't been in the attic since they owned the house. Is there anything in the attic that we should know about? No one's been up there in a really long time.
Yeah.
What is it? What's up there?
It seems like every time Marvin comes through, Harold comes through, or vice versa. And they'll make themselves known, but it seems like we're not able to fully decipher the message that they're trying to give us. They say that there's unfinished business, but they won't tell us what that business is, or we're not picking it up, we're not hearing it. I think at this point it is safe to confirm that their names are Marvin and Harold. We just seem to get the most positive response every time their names are mentioned, or if they choose to come forward and we acknowledge them. I hope that at some point when we do return to this location, they'll come through somewhere else and we can help them if that's what they want. Earlier in between shots, we were talking about the possibility of a portal being on the property. It seemed like such random energy coming in and out of the space. Eloise didn't know any of these people or who they were. And when it got brought up in the Estus, it seemed like somebody wanted to shift the conversation away from that. Sort of like a, don't talk about it, move on, next question. I don't know if they're trying to hide the fact that there is one there, if there is one there. Nonetheless, I thought that was interesting that when David tried to mention it, they didn't want to talk about it. I really appreciate the conversation about the music box between whoever was there and David. That was definitely a first for us to see them talking about our equipment, asking how it works, and ultimately getting a response from the music box as a result of that conversation. Usually they want to talk about themselves, talk about the things that they experienced. One of the people there just wanted to know how the music box worked, and I thought that was really cool. During the conversation with the murderer, it seemed like somebody else was stepping in to sort of prevent them from confessing what they had done. I don't know if they were afraid that they would face some sort of repercussions as a result of this, or maybe the person trying to interfere just looked at us as being nosy people and was telling the confessor, hey, stop talking to these people, you don't even know who they are. That didn't stop whoever that was from confessing this to us, because I think that's what they needed to release that and to move on. There's a very, very small percentage of people that exist in the world that could commit such an act and have absolutely no remorse for what they did. It might not hit everyone immediately, but eventually it will. I think that guilt carried over well into death. Maybe they were never caught. Maybe they never faced repercussions for the actions, and they just had to carry that to their grave. I couldn't even imagine what that must have felt like. And for us to just walk into this place as total strangers and offer help, it was nice to see somebody take it. And I hope that what we did helped them move on. I don't know if what we did worked, but I really hope it did. We never got a name regarding that. It could be Ed, but we were never able to confirm that while we were there. If it was Ed, I really hope that he was able to let go of that and move on.